We're with Dr. Scott Pepin here between periods. How you doing today, Doctor?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Tony.
Dr. Pepin from Summit Orthopedics, a big sponsor of YHH, and also a hockey dad. Talk to me a little bit about the experience as being a non-hockey player, being a hockey dad.
Definitely been very interesting. I mean, my oldest is a first-year squirt this year, and so we're really in the thick of it. But yeah, kind of getting into a little more of the hockey culture has been kind of fun and a growing experience for not just our son, but for my wife and I as well. Getting into that, so it's been really a lot of time at the rink the last few years, but it's been really fun.
You're now, as a squirt parent, now this is the throes of, like, the height of the craziness. Did you start to feel the craziness, the competitiveness of it, keeping score and all that stuff compared to mites?
Yeah, I say the way the crowd responds as soon as the scoreboard turns on is a little different than at the mite level, so people lose their minds a little bit.
So you're a shoulder surgeon, and how I know that is I'm one of your hundreds or thousands of patients. Where would I rank in the level of, like, bad patients, good patients, somewhere in the middle? I'm kind of curious. So I always wanted to know.
Yeah, you were pretty compliant, so we'll put you in the good category. So
I like that. I like being a good patient. On the more serious note, you've been doing this for a while as a surgeon at Summit Orthopedics. Talk to me about the day-to-day injuries that you treat on the shoulders, knees, the types of injuries. Are they kids? Are they athletes coming in? Or are they weekend warriors, a little bit like myself? Or who do you see on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, kind of a combination of those. So yeah, knee and shoulders, definitely my specialty, sports medicine. I mean, we take care of high school kids, college kids, so high-level athletes up to your weekend warriors, and then there's even getting into kind of the senior citizen level even as well, just treating those injuries at the shoulder and knee level, so kind of all ages.
Well, I can report I had a great experience. The shoulder is doing great, and I couldn't have you guys to thank. I need to thank you guys about it. Last question. What would you say is, like, kind of the most rewarding parts of your job working for Summit Orthopedics?
With any patient, whether it's, again, at the kind of the competitive sports level or, as patients get older and stuff too, but the really rewarding part is that day they come in, they've kind of finished their rehab, and they say, hey, Doc, I'm back doing everything I want to do. I'm golfing or I'm playing football or whatever. I don't have any pain. I mean, that's the reward. I mean, that's why we do it. I love that part of it.
Fantastic. Well, thanks a lot for joining us between periods. Dr. Scott Pepin from Summit Orthopedics.
Championship Sunday here at the 2022 Lumberjack Cup. Brought to you by the good folks at Mahtomedi. Now let's meet the starting lineups for this afternoon's games. First, let's meet the visitors representing the West Maryland Bears. Starting goal, number 35, Lucas Austin. On defense, number 4, Pepin O'Shea. On defense, number 18, Lucas Morton. At forward, number 7, Will Connor. At forward, number 17, Henry Arisa. And starting center, number 9, Matt Grove. Now let's welcome off the along their way there, coached by Ben Waters, assistant coaches Pete Rowe and Beck Lee. The manager is Todd Piper. Now the starting lineup of the Mahtomedi Zebras, starting at goal number 82, Brendan Wright. Starting on defense, number 24, Vinny Redpath. On defense, number 27, Charlie Cole. At forward, number 91, Rose Schlunt. At forward, number 46, Max Cole. And then center, number 28, Wyden Sandberg. One of the rest of the Zebras are coached by Jesse Sandberg. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time this weekend, ladies has to rise to the people and remove the caps. The light of the star game overhead.
Welcome to the St. Croix Valley Recreation Center, nestled in the gorgeous rolling hills of the St. Croix Valley. Have we got a special game on tap for you today, the final game of the 2022 Lumberjack Cup presented by Youth Hockey Hub. On your left, in the white uniforms with navy and gold trim, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. On your right, in their traditional black and orange, the Bears of White Bear Lake. Two familiar foes doing battle here in the championship game of the Pee Wee AA Division. 14 minutes on the board, and we are off to the races. Almost right away, an offensive possession for the Bears, quickly turned away by the Zephyrs. There's a shot on goal by White Bear Lake's Will Connors. It bounces off the blocker of Brandon Wright. The Zephyr goaltender, Mahtomedi, carrying its traditionally light bench of players, 7 reserves for a total of 12 skaters today. For Mahtomedi, as Bo carries it down, that's Tommy Bo. Tommy on the backhand. We'll hear the name Bo several times today, as there happen to be 3 Bows on the roster. There's Sam Pear, you'll hear Sam Pear several times today as well. Landon and Dylan, 2 very, very talented players. Dylan is number 38, Landon is number 28, so that's Dylan with the puck going down the right side. He's got a step on the White Bear Lake defender. He muscles the puck toward the White Bear Lake net. He's initially looking for a penalty call and won't get it. Here's a chance for White Bear Lake, cutting in towards the middle. Shot too high, too wide, not on target. Puck rolls back into the neutral zone. Cam Marshall and Landon Samper going after it. Landon Samper, he's got Max Bow in the middle. Samper shoots, rebound in front. Marshall can't get to it in time to get a shot away, and the Bears will look to carry it out. Muscled ahead with one hand, Ben Ziegler taken right back by the Zephyrs. There's a shot, goes off the shin pad of Max Butters. Butters chasing Samper. Samper up the wall to Redpath. Redpath walks it into the middle, shoots. Stopped and hung on to by Lucas Austin, the White Bear Lake netminder. We have a stoppage of play, an excellent time to tell you how these teams got here. The visitors, White Bear Lake, 4-0 coming into today's game. Winning games at 7-1 over Forest Lake, 5-2 over Osseo Maple Grove, 4-2 over the Fargo Freeze, and then 6-5 this morning over Stillwater. Leading scorers for White Bear Lake are number 9, Nash Road, with 6 goals and 11 points. Number 11, Braden Bois, with 4 goals and 7 points. Number 7, Will Connors, 4 goals, 6 points. And number 3, Grady Giefer, with 4 goals and 5 points as Nash Road takes a shot. Goes off Brandon Wright's glove and into the corner. Wouldn't be a White Bear Lake team without a Road in the house. Leighton Road, a recent graduate of White Bear Lake High School. Nolan Road, currently one of the leading scorers for the Bears High School program. And Nash leading this Pee Wee AA team during the Lumberjack Cup. As for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, the Zephyrs have allowed exactly 0 goals throughout this tournament, winning games 5-0 over Rochester, 7-0 over Centennial, 10-0 over River Lakes, and then a 7-0 shutout of Rochester this morning. The leaders for the Zephyrs, number 28, Landon Samper, with 6 goals and 12 points. Number 38, Dylan Samper, with 6 goals and 10 points. And number 15, Cam Marshall, with 2 goals and 9 points, 7 assists for Cam Marshall. A smaller squad size-wise, but certainly loaded with skill are the Zephyrs. Butters on his backhand, turns away from trouble, hands it off at the red line to Braden Bois. Bois on the drop pass into the middle. It's a backhand try, runs into the skate of a Zephyr. We'd like to thank Lynn Bellis for making the trip out here from Prior Lake. She is taking off, and I believe that leaves the penalty box gentleman. Totally forgot Brad's last name. Soderberg. Brad Soderberg, Robin Cook. Justin Moss and myself, we are the Lone Rangers here. As we round out another Lumberjack Cup, I'd like to thank the teams for participating this year. We've had a boatload of fun putting on this event. Here come the Bears, onside just barely. There's Nash Road, and Road behind the net. Puck knocked away by Redpath, gathered up by Levine. Levine, one hands it into the middle. It's taken by Redpath. Redpath on the backhand to the blue line. Cam Marshall has it knocked away by White Bear Lake's Ben Ziegler. Road goes down. Zephyrs trying to clear, unable to do so. Good pinch by the White Bear Lake defense. So it rolls through the skates. White Bear Lake's Lucas Mork and into the neutral zone. 9:40 to go in the first period. Shots on goal so far 2-2 in favor of nobody. So shot by Road, too high. Redpath around to Levine. Levine on the backhand. Samper and Marshall come way out of the zone. Here's a chance for White Bear Lake. Road into the middle. A beautiful passing play. Is a chance still loose, and the shot goes just wide. Boy, a very slick passing play there by White Bear Lake, very nearly taking advantage of an undermanned Zephyr squad in their own defensive zone. And in Samper, runs into the boards. Levine backhands it through the neutral zone. Butters at the blue line. Butters and Road both heading for the bench, chasing that puck down. Number 10, Brooks Peltier for White Bear Lake. So Peltier takes the ice. He's got Alex Bolt and Braden Bois with him. And Samper will cruise through the neutral zone. He's got Bow in the middle. Nice move by Samper. Now to Bow. Tommy Bow looking for an option. Manages to get it to Samper, who gives it right back to Bow. Bow in that corner. Pinch by Connor Tempelis holds the zone. Off the wall, off the wall, off the wall. Down, around, and back again. Bears trying to clear. Fake slap shot by Kevin O'Shea. Hugo reverse ice, tosses it over to Peltier. Peltier on the back end of the neutral zone. A 2-on-2 chance for White Bear Lake. Cruising through the middle is Alex Bolt. He'll come over to support the puck. Bois lost the handle. And fresh legs coming on now for White Bear Lake. And the backhand from Tommy Bow gets it to Dylan Samper. Samper going a little too fast for his own good. Puck ends up on the stick of Will Connors. Connors dances around Redpath, loses his feet, goes crashing into the boards. Tommy Bow gets the puck into the neutral zone where it's taken by Road. Road so smooth on his skates. Makes a great move, cutting in, shooting, blocker, saved by Brandon Wright. And both players, Nash Road and Brandon Wright, showing what they can do. A nice move by Road, but Wright right there to make the blocker save, showing why he hasn't allowed a goal through 4 games. Here's a chance for Mahtomedi. Max Bow shooting. Oh, couldn't tell if it went off the post or the side of the cage. In any case, it stays out of the net. We remain scoreless. Here's Beadon. Will Beadon carrying it ahead. He's at the top of the circle. Now at the dot, he shoots too high. Brody Schlunt turns and fires and sends the puck right into the shin pads of White Bear Lake defender. Beadon to Dunbar. Dunbar working his way to the red line. He dumps it in. And with speed, Lucas Mork will carry. Mork to the blue, to the red. Goes around Schlunt. He's got the speed to get around Dunbar, but lost the handle. Had to slow down for a minute. Flips the puck into the middle. Nobody home. Held in at the blue line. Beadon rings it around, trying to get it to Marshall. Marshall and Samper. In search of that puck, a clearance attempt goes off a stanchion and pops into the middle of the Mahtomedi zone. Certainly not where the Zephyrs intended to play that puck. Pass intercepted by Kevin O'Shea. O'Shea makes one nice move, makes another. And Marshall will carry it off from Mahtomedi. He's at the red, he's at the blue, he's got some skill. It's on his forehand down below the goal line. Marshall looking for an option. He's got Schlunt in the middle. And a nice defensive play there by White Bear Lake's Lucas Mork. Mork pushes it ahead. They're going to wave off icing. A full personnel change for White Bear Lake. 5:25 to go in the first period. Tempelis carries it ahead, trying to get it to Dylan Samper. Dylan Samper gives it to Levine. Levine on the half wall to Tempelis. Tempelis, a slap shot, hits the skates of Dylan Samper, now behind the net, Samper. Across, beautiful pass and a shot, they score. Tommy Bowe deposits the slot pass from Dylan Samper, and Mahtomedi has taken a 1-0 lead over White Bear Lake with 5:07 to play in the first. Now here's a chance for White Bear Lake. Here's Alex Bolt. Couldn't get the puck out of his hip pocket to get a shot off. Here's a shot from the blue line. Attempted by Mason Voller. He didn't get enough on it to send it towards the net. Butters to the red line. He tries to dump it in. It's stopped. Tempellis will also pick up an assist on that goal. And cries of "Let's go Bears" floating through the air here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. Now to Rode. Rode's got Bolt in the middle. Rode puts on the brakes. Gives it to O'Shea at the blue line. O'Shea dumps it in for Bolt. Bolt taps it ahead. Working his way down below the goal line is Brooks Peltier. Peltier muscles it ahead. In front, goes nowhere, taken away by Dunbar. Justin, if I say muscles ahead one more time, hit me in the head with a hammer. Riker Dunbar on the backhand. Sends it past the White Bear Lake net, going wide. Now it's chipped into the middle. Zephyr is unable to get a stick on it. It'll come back to Dunbar in the neutral zone. Dunbar over to Beaton. Beaton looking for an option. He'll carry it himself. Beaton head up all the way, dances around White Bear Lake's Hanley Rigstad, who knows he should have gotten in the way or at least put a stick on stick. So 3:34 to go in the first period. Our score 1-0 at Mahtomedi. Beautiful play. Samper to Tommy Bowe. Tommy Bowe knows what to do with it. He deposits past White Bear Lake's Lucas Austin. Bears moving on ahead. Picked off in the neutral zone, but it'll come back to Butters. Butters over to Voller. Voller. I don't want to say mechanical or robotic, but a very fundamental breakout from the Bears. Hoping to lead to an offensive chance. No dice. Nice play by Butters to get around a couple of guys and get the puck to Bois. Bois unable to find anybody in the middle, but it's held in, so the Bears will give it another try. Bear Lake's Will Connors off the wall looking for Bois. The puck eludes his stick, and the Zephyrs will cruise out. Another Bowe, another Samper. What do you know? A shot by Landon Samper, too high, rings off the glass. Into the middle, unable to be held on. Dunbar to Tempellis. Tempellis long shot, plucked out of the air by Lucas Mork. In the middle, carrying it ahead, Bear Lake's Ben Ziegler. Ziegler tries a shot. And it goes wide. Samper, Dylan Samper. Picked off by Rode. Rode in the middle, shooting, scores! Nash Rode picks the pocket of Dylan Samper, makes one move and beats right. It's the first goal that Mahtomedi has given up all tournament. So with 2:04 to go in the first period, we're all knotted up at 1-1. Rode unassisted, so the all-important goal within 2 minutes to play in a period. Dylan Samper looking to redeem himself after losing the handle in his own end, leading to the goal. Redpath shoots from the dot. Austin didn't know where it was, but he closes the wickets in time and holds on. Zephyrs looking to set up. It comes to Bo with the blue line. He'll dump it in. And working his way behind the White Bear Lake net. Plucked away by Voller. Voller trying to clear. A drop pass in front, swept away by Redpath. And now carried out. Dylan Samper, final minute to play in the first period. Dylan Samper, he's got his man Tommy Bowe in the middle. Dylan and Landon now on the ice together. Stick lift by Samper. Nearly leads to an offensive chance. Instead, the puck gets cleared back into the neutral zone. Dunbar fans on the pass, and it's dumped in by Hanley Rigstad into the corner. 30 seconds to go. Bois throws it ahead. Here's a chance. Shot. Toe saved by Wright. Mahtomedi will begin its zone entry. Dylan Samper down the right side. He's got Landon in the middle. Tries a blind drop pass. Nobody home. Beat on. Here's a shot. Goes off Samper. Samper shooting. Big save by Lucas Austin. 11 seconds to play. We'll have the face-off in the White Bear Lake end. Last gasp here for Mahtomedi to put a shot on net before the end of the period. Puck rung around the boards. And that'll do it for our opening frame. So through 14 minutes of play, we are tied at 1-1. Mahtomedi and White Bear Lake. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 60 seconds after a word from our sponsors.
Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brew Pub Pizza.
Puck is down, second period underway. White Bear Lake Bears win the draw to start the period, dump it in, and quickly turns into a transition game for Mahtomedi. Landon Samper at the dot, shooting, blocker saved by Lucas Austin. And turns into a break for White Bear Lake. Nash Road. Very nearly gets around Tempellis. Nice play by Mahtomedi's Connor Tempellis to stop that chance. There's another shot by Landon Samper, too high, too wide. Redpath holds his own from Mahtomedi. It comes around to Butters, White Bear Lake. Butters slides it ahead. It gets through almost everybody and ends up on the stick of Road. Road winding and firing. Stopped by Brandon Wright and held on. Face-off down to the Mahtomedi end. 13:10 to go in the second period. We play 14-minute periods here at the Lumberjack Cup. Dylan Samper, he's got Bo in the middle. Samper rolling around the White Bear Lake net. Tosses it to the blue line. Bo sends it down to the half wall. All three Bows out on the ice at once. This is going to be incredibly confusing. Tommy Bowe, he's got the goal for Mahtomedi. Tommy Bowe works it into the middle and runs into a bear. There's a shot from close range. Goes just wide. Tommy Bowe tries to sauce it all the way across to Dylan Samper. Samper couldn't get a shot off. And now White Bear Lake will carry it out. Braden Bois down the right-hand side, battling with Riker Dunbar. Tommy Bowe off the wall looking for Dylan Samper. Puck ends up with Butters. Butters doing an excellent job of shielding the biscuit away from Samper. And Butters clears it into the neutral zone to Bois. Bois dumps it in. Beadon rolling around behind the Mahtomedi net. Beadon will carry it out. Goes around Bolt, now to the red line. Beadon runs it in the stick of Nash Road. Road couldn't clear. Bolt chases it down. Centering pass intercepted by Voller. Voller, his clearance attempt ended up in the skates of Max Bowe and held in. So we'll try this all over again. Mason Voller at the top of the circle, sends it ahead. He's looking to get the puck on the stick of Brooks Peltier. Peltier wasn't in the neighborhood. Held on to by Wright. 11:24 to go in the second period. Out of the face-off in the Mahtomedi end. Peltier off the half wall. He dumps it in. Bolt, Road, and Peltier, the forwards, out for White Bear Lake. The puck escapes the zone. Schlunt tries to dance around two White Bear Lake defenders, and everybody ends up going down in a heap. Comes to Dunbar at the point. He fires. Schlunt jumps up and lets the puck go beneath his skates. It'll be Landon Samper carrying. Samper to Dunbar. Dunbar working his way into the middle, looking for another option. Looks up and realizes he's all alone. He goes down, and here's a chance for White Bear Lake. Peltier sweeps it over to Road. Road cutting into the middle, drops it for Peltier. Peltier winds and fires. It's gloved and held onto by Brandon Wright. Puck down, Voller holds it in. Bears looking to get something set up in the Mahtomedi zone. All tied up 1-1 here early in the second period. Bois, his pass looking for Connors. Connors off the wall to Voller. Voller plays it in deep, and now the White Bear Lake forwards going to work. Red path pinning Connors up against the boards. Puck ends up with Braden Bois, Eventually, Levine carries it out from Mahtomedi. Down the left side, Levine into the middle. Very dangerous, but nobody home from Mahtomedi. There's a shot on goal, gloved and held onto. Braden Bois with the nifty move. Here's a chance for Mahtomedi right off the face-off. Samper's got Bowe in the middle. Samper will shoot it himself. Lucas Mort getting a stick on it and redirecting the puck wide. Marshall chases it down for Mahtomedi. Makes one move, tries to make a second. It's poked away by Road. Tapped around the boards. Half wall, there's a shot about 6 feet to the right. Mahtomedi circling through the zone was Beadon. Sent ahead, still loose in front. Nobody able to get a real stick on it before it's carried out by White Bear Lake's Grady Giefer. Haven't said Giefer's name very much today. One of the Bears' leading scorers coming into today's game. Evan O'Shea into the middle for Road. Road to Giefer, now Giefer to Ziegler. Bears can't hold the zone. Landon Samper down the left side. He shoots, goes off the shin pad of Max Butters. Redpath tosses it to his D partner. D partner gives it right back. That's Tempellis. Tempellis back to Redpath. Redpath, beautiful move on the backhand. Lucas Austin up to the task and makes the save. There's Marshall. Marshall has it knocked away by Butters. A rainbow of a puck comes down. Is held in the White Bear zone just for a second. Here's Rode. Rode cutting into the middle. He shoots. Block shot. Rode's going to try it again. He shoots. Brandon hangs on to it. Brandon Wright hangs on to it. Rotating back in the White Bear Lake zone. He loses his feet. Lucas Mork does, but no Zephyrs close enough to scoop up that puck. Bolt to Bois. Nice pass. Bois shooting and a glove save by Brandon Wright. Boy, Brandon Wright playing very, very well so far. He's got 10 saves on 11 shots. Again, the Zephyrs had not allowed, a goal up until this game. Samper slides it over to Bow. Bow back to Samper. Schlunt is in the middle. Dunbar comes down from the blue line. Offers it back to Samper. Samper to Bow. It goes under Bow's skate and into the neutral zone. Dylan Samper goes around one man. Goes around another. Kevin O'Shea find each other below the goal line. Samper comes out with the puck to Dunbar. Dunbar sent ahead, tipped by Lucas Mork on his own goal. Then it's played by Lucas Austin to stay with that puck. Riker Dunbar on the backhand, dumps it in. O'Shea off the boards. Bow centers, nobody home. Bow at the boards. Dumps it in. Schlunt can't get a shot off, loses a glove. Brody will stop for a second and put his mitt back on. Braden Bois carrying it ahead. Now into the corner. Dumped into the wall by Riker Dunbar. He dwarfs Braden Bois by about 7 feet. Tommy Bow, he's got the lone goal from Mahtomedi. Bow into the middle, has it poked away by Butters. Now Levine. Levine off the wall, rolling like a wagon wheel all the way to Butters. Butters chips it into the middle. It escapes the stick of Samper. Ends up with Beadon. Will Beadon. Spinning away from trouble. Sends it to Redpath. Redpath to the red line to Samper. A headman pass intercepted by Mahtomedi momentarily, but the Bears will give it another try. Here's Rode. Rode shooting, stopped by Wright, knocked down, loose puck. We're bumped up against the goal line. Little pushing and shoving after that one. No goal, held on by Brandon Wright. Rode chasing Dunbar down below the goal line. Dunbar backhands it up and ends up with Levine. Levine trying to get past O'Shea. O'Shea knocks him into the boards, impedes progress, no call. Mork gives the puck to Ziegler. Ziegler tried to get it to Rode. The Bears deferring a little bit too much to Nash Road here. There are other talented forwards. They seem to look for number 9 every time they enter the offensive zone. Landon Samper centers the puck. Goes into the corner. Marshall battling with a bear along the boards. Loose puck picked up by Rode. Rode waiting. Got it to Ziegler. Ziegler gave it back to Rode. His pass goes through the neutral zone. An errant pass picked up by Butters, who got it to Bolt. Bolt shoots. Another glove save by Wright, and Wright will hold on. 4:08 to go in the second period. Once again, the final game of this year's Lumberjack tournament. Riker Dunbar rings the puck all the way around from Mahtomedi, goes through the neutral zone. Voller will chase it for White Bear Lake. Voller around the White Bear Lake net. Gives it to Butters. Butters up to Bois. Bois skating ahead, being chased by Dylan Samper, and runs into Will Beaton along the wall. Dylan Samper somehow maintains possession, going around a bear or two. Gets it to Tommy Bowe. Bowe to the blue line. Bowe into the middle. He shoots. That's wide. Now the Bears will take it into the neutral zone. We'll have a penalty. Looks like this will be our first power play of the game, and it comes with 3:21 to go in the second period. Mahtomedi's Max Bowe will sit 2 minutes for tripping. White Bear Lake will build its power play. Puck being worked back around. Grady Giefer chasing it. Butters into the middle. Can't get a shot off, so it will be cleared by Mahtomedi. Road carries it ahead at the blue line. Into the middle. And a Bois. Bois on the goal line. Bois to Road. Road back to Bois on the half wall. Bois works his way in. Road will take a slap shot in that one. Looked right into the glove by Brandon Wright. Wright will hang on. And Bears back on the power play. 1:09 to go in the White Bear Lake man advantage. And clearance attempt. Landon Samper might win the race. Samper very nearly creating a scoring chance out of nothing. Nash Road back on the back check for the Bears. Road to the half wall. Road waiting. Gives it to Bois. Bois plays it down low. Now back to Bois. Bois at the dot tries a shot. Samper got a stick on it. The shot doesn't go anywhere. Samper manages to clear it into the neutral zone. Now back to Road. Road can't get a shot off, can't hang on to the puck. Goes through somebody. Final seconds ticking off of the power play. We've got an offsides call with 1:26 to go in the second period. Well, Alex Bolt will take the faceoff just outside the Mahtomedi end. The Bears will pull off that top power play unit as the Zephyrs cleared into the neutral zone. Mahtomedi back to full strength, and here's a chance. Dylan Samper's got Bowe in the middle again. Dylan Samper working his way through the zone, looking for Landon Samper. Landon can't get a shot off. So a shot from the point ends up going into the corner after bouncing off the shin pad. The White Bear Lake defender. O'Shea bumped into the wall by Samper. Now Bowe. Bowe. O'Shea. Back to Bowe. Bowe Drops it back. It ends up with O'Shea, and we're going to get a penalty called against Mahtomedi. White Bear Lake's going to go right back on the power play. 46 seconds to go in the second period. The official call will be roughing. Not sure how accurate that is, but in any case, Dylan Samper will sit. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the period. We'll see if White Bear Lake can get something set up very late here in the second frame. Ash Road working his way in. Rhodes got the goal for White Bear Lake. Tommy Bowe has the tally for Mahtomedi as Road gives it to Bois. Gives it down behind the net, working his way back up. Butters to Road. Road to Bois. Bois to Road. Road turns and fires. Not enough on that one. 5 seconds to go. That'll do it for the second period. Through 2, we are tied 1-1. We'll be back with period number 3 after a word from our sponsor.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a ½ pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably those 24 to 36 hours before the race to be completely hydrated.
Welcome back, folks. Third period. White Bear Lake will begin this third period on the power play. 1:07 to go on the Bears. A man advantage. Redpath sends the puck all the way around. It's held in by Butters. Bois on the half wall. Now to Road. Road to Bois. Bois back to Road. Road winds and fires. You don't have to tell him to shoot twice. Here's a shot, goes off Brandon Wright. Held out. 35 seconds to go in the White Bear Lake power play. Road at the top lane, and Samper just itching for one mistake by White Bear Lake. Pressuring so hard on the penalty kill. Centered all the way across. Samper got a stick on it and redirected it, but coming down is Butters, so he holds his own. Butters drops it off to Giefer. Giefer to Butters. Butters along the blue line. Motioning for Road to move across. He does. Now to Bois. Bois shooting. Shoulder saved by Wright. The final seconds will tick off. Mahtomedi is back to full strength, but here's Bois again. Bois sauces it to Giefer. Giefer shoots, saved by Wright. Tommy Bowe, Dylan Samper fresh out of the penalty box. A 2-minute rest, probably longer than he gets in any game. Samper tries a shot very close to going in. Butters sends it off the wall. Held in by Dunbar. Dunbar walks it in. He shoots too high. Beat on over to Samper. Samper backtracking and gets it to Bowe. Bowe with the red line. Bowe will dump it in. Schlunt giving chase for Mahtomedi. It's stopped behind the net by White Bear Lake netminder Lucas Austin. Schlunt doing battle with a bear along the boards. It comes to Redpath. Redpath shooting. Stopped by Austin. Marshall gathers up the rebound. Puck comes to the corner. Schlunt can't hold the zone, so now it's chipped past the red line on the back end. Mahtomedi looking to create something in transition. Samper goes around O'Shea. Samper into the middle. Schlunt can't make contact with the puck, so now it's Bolt. Bolt has got Connors in the middle for White Bear Lake. He drops it off, whether on purpose or accidentally. There's a shot. White Bear Lake's Lucas Mork. Blocker saved by Wright. O'Shea hoping for an icing call. He won't get one. Kevin O'Shea spins away from Marshall. Onto the blue line, held in by Landon Samper. Not once, but twice. Samper with a couple of moves. Levine takes his place in front of the net. Shot blocked into the corner. Landon Samper. Samper throws it down to Levine. Levine has it taken away by Mork. Mork wraps it around the boards again. Brooks Peltier into the middle for Connors. Connors and Tempelis racing for it. Shoulder to shoulder. Rolling all the way around to the opposite side. It's held in just for a second, but eventually carried out by Marshall. Marshall at the blue line. Came within about an inch of converting a move there. He loses the handle. Marshall spinning down below the White Bear Lake goal line. Puck taken away by Mason Voller. Voller to Connors. Connors will dump it in. 10 minutes to go in regulation. We are tied 1-1 here in the Pee Wee AA Championship of the 2022 Lumberjack Cup. Marshall to Levine. Levine ahead looking for Samper. It didn't get there. Grady Giefer puts it off the wall. Gathered up by Dylan Samper. Samper skating away from Giefer. On the Jets. But knocked into the corner by Rode. Nice move there by Redpath. Redpath headmans it to Bow. Bow worms his way around the defense. Bow going towards the net. Thought he may have drawn a hooking or a holding penalty there. But referee says no. Excuse me. Grady Giefer on the back end sends it too far for Rode. Picked up at the red line by Voller. Voller's trying to get away from Dunbar. It's in the skates of Giefer, and now it's in front of the Zephyr net. The Zephyrs will clear. Long pass by Dylan Samper. Too far out of reach for Max Bow. That'll be icing. Braden Bois will take the offensive zone face-off for White Bear Lake. Referee gives Mahtomedi a look on the draw. Jumping in and scooping up the loose puck is Cam Marshall. Marshall down the right-hand side. Marshall shooting too high, too wide. Landon Samper sends it off the glass, taken by Marshall. Marshall in front for Schlunt. Wrestled away from him. Butters ends up starting a breakout. Brooks Peltier taps the puck into the zone. Wrapped back around the opposite side. Now into the middle, Samper. Samper across the blue line at the top of the circle. He shoots too high. Marshall up against the boards, gets it to Samper, a backhand shot. Lucas Austin more than up to the task. He holds on. Stoppage of play. 7:48 to go in the third period. Puck down on the White Bear Lake end. A near chance to hit Will Connors on the breakout, but it ends up going to the stick of Nash Road. Sends it ahead for Connors. Connors on his backhand to his forehand. He can't get a shot away. An excellent back check by Charlie Bowe, getting his shoulder into Connors and stopping a very good scoring chance from occurring. Here's Road. Road shooting wide by an inch. Voller can't hold it, and it's chipped into the neutral zone. Too far for Levine. Bowe intercepts it. Mahtomedi is offsides. Lucas Mork mishandled the puck, but it worked to his advantage as the Zephyr went flying past him, and Mork will start the breakout. Intercepted by Samper. Samper fakes a slap shot, tries to go around O'Shea, thinks better of it, work toward the boards, and then try to centering pass. It's intercepted by Nash Road. Road chasing the puck. Use Redpath, a slight shove. Redpath circling in the neutral zone as there goes a big line change for Mahtomedi. Certainly no complaints about ice time for the Mahtomedi parents. The kids get more than they can handle with that light bench. Cam Marshall to Samper. Samper tries a shot. Rebound in front. Bowe not there in time to get a shot off the rebound. Now Marshall. Marshall's got Landon Samper. He uses him as a screen. It's in front. Still no whistle. Finally, the whistle goes. Down here's Grady Giefer. Giefer trying to outrace Tempelis. Tempelis recovers nicely, but here's a chance for White Bear Lake. Bois working his way in. He shoots, and it's stopped by Wright. Tempelis. His stick handling attempt doesn't go anywhere. Some nifty stick work from Tempelis. Puck ends up on the stick of Landon Samper. Samper, a beautiful move, working his way in. Can't get the shot off as it goes wide. Braden Bois skates it ahead himself. Insurance try by Ben Ziegler. Comes in offsides. Road cutting in towards the middle. He tries a shot, rejected by Wright. A long pass across, looking for O'Shea. It slips behind him. Road to Peltier. He shoots and scores! Brooks Peltier! And the White Bear Lake Bears take a 2-1 lead over Mahtomedi with 5:07 to play. So after such a lull in the game, we've got a little action here. Road finds Peltier in front, and Peltier beats Brandon Wright. Kevin O'Shea will also pick up an assist. This play continues. Nash Road, working his way in. Goes around one man, can't get around the second or the third. So Mahtomedi playing from behind for the first time in this tournament. Zephyrs will find out what they're made of here. Braden Bois carries it through the neutral zone, runs into Dylan Samper and then runs over Dylan Samper. Will Connor still battling with it. There's a chance for Bois. Bois shooting, big save by Wright. Rebound, another big save by Wright. Poke check. Middle, Mort can't handle it, can't clear. Levine coming down. Levine. He was the only Zephyr within 20 feet of the puck. Here to head, now hung up on the blue line. Bois. Rigstad. And Connors, the forward line for White Bear Lake. Eventually the whistle is blown. Right now looks like Lucas Austin doing a little surgery on his equipment. Put his pad on, tighten it all up. Down, Redpath working his way back, gives it to Marshall. Here comes Marshall. Marshall's got Landon Samper in the middle if he wants him. He tries a shot. Austin redirects with his blocker. Brandon Wright of Mahtomedi up to 18 saves on 20 shots. Marshall, Samper shooting too high, ends up in the black netting. .309 to play in regulation. White Bear Lake leading Mahtomedi 2-1. Championship game of the Lumberjack Cup's Pee Wee at AA division. Zephyrs desperately trying to claw their way back to even with White Bear Lake. As Grady Giefer carries it ahead, sends it up to Rigstad. Rigstad will dump it in. Excuse me, Ziegler, not Rigstad. Tommy Bow in the middle for Landon Samper. Samper, his pass blocked by Rode. Rode trying to fish the puck out of Vinny Redpath's skates and eventually goes back to the Zephyrs. Tommy Bow has it taken away, but it's held in. Samper along the blue line. Now Bow. Bow tries a centering pass. Samper can't get a stick on it. Comes to the blue line. Dunbar. He'll dump it in. Kevin O'Shea rings it around the boards. It comes all the way through the neutral zone. Here's a chance for Rode. Rode walking and shooting. It goes off the crossbar. And now a 3-on-1 chance for Mahtomedi. Dylan Samper gives it to Landon. Landon puts it just wide. Oh, inches away. He cannot hold. Here's Samper. Samper to Samper. Both Sampers out on the ice. That's how you know it's late in the game. 1:45 to go in regulation. Gutting in front. Rebound. Nobody home to knock it in for Mahtomedi. Beadon flying in from the bench. We'll see where Wright ends up if he gets pulled. 90 seconds to go in the game. Shot on goal stopped by Austin. Spinning away from trouble is Nash Rode. He likely won't come off the ice for the rest of the game. Long shot by Rode, but it's dead on. Wright stays with it and knocks it wide. A long pass. Dunbar to Dylan Samper. Samper couldn't hang on to it. It's tapped ahead by Butters. The Bears setting up, just baiting Mahtomedi into coming after them. The final minute of play here in this one. Rolling through, here's Butters. Butters throws it ahead. Mahtomedi now with an empty net. I suppose here's hoping. Sent ahead, Butters waiting. Butters, no dice. There's a chance for Mahtomedi to tie the game. Landon Samper to Marshall. Marshall can't get the shot away. 30 seconds to go. We have a whistle. And we will very likely see a timeout called here. timeout called by Mahtomedi, so Mahtomedi blinks first and calls the timeout. Countdown is on, 30 seconds to go in regulation. White Bear Lake leading Mahtomedi 2-1. It's been quite the nail biter tonight. Rounding out the 2022 Lumberjack Cup. One last try here for Mahtomedi. Shot and a save by Austin. 18 seconds to go. We'll have the face-off inside the White Bear Lake end. Mahtomedi trying desperately. Get something going. Final seconds ticking. Here's Marshall. Into the middle, now Dylan Samper. Samper wraps it around the boards. There's 7 seconds left. Got to get a shot off. It's blocked by Braden Bois. Here's a shot on net. It's tipped wide. Bois can't get up, and it's over. White Bear Lake is triumphant. The Bears top Mahtomedi 2-1 in the finals of the Lumberjack Cup. And oh my goodness, we're going to have somebody take a look. He's going to take a look at Braden Bois, who is still on the ice after blocking that shot. He blocks a shot at the last second. Once again, congratulations to White Bear Lake. We will give out our all-tournament team and MVP honors momentarily.
Fantastic finale here on Championship Sunday of the 2022 Lumberjack Cup. We will ask both teams to please line up on their respective goal lines so that we can announce the all-tournament team, all-tournament most valuable player, and of course, hand out a little bit of our money. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now meet our all-tournament team. Starting with the goaltender from the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, number 82, Brandon Jack. On defense, from the White Bear Lake Bears, number 20, Max Butters. On defense from White Bear Lake, number 11, Braden Watt. At forward from Mahtomedi, number 38, Dylan Samper. At forward from Mahtomedi, number 28, Landon Samper. And the final member of our alternate team, and tournament most valuable player from the White Bear Lake, number 9, Nash Rowe. Well, once again, congratulations to Nash and all the alternate team selections. We will now invite up the Mahtomedi Zephyrs to receive their runner-up trophy. Congratulations to Mahtomedi on a great weekend here at Plain and Stillwater. And now, as champions of the 2022 Lumberjack Cup, please welcome the White Bear Lake Bears.
We're with Dr. Scott Pepin here between periods. How you doing today, Doctor?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Tony.
Dr. Pepin from Summit Orthopedics, a big sponsor of YHH, and also a hockey dad. Talk to me a little bit about the experience as being a non-hockey player, being a hockey dad.
Definitely been very interesting. I mean, my oldest is a first-year squirt this year, and so we're really in the thick of it. But yeah, kind of getting into a little more of the hockey culture has been kind of fun and a growing experience for not just our son, but for my wife and I as well. Getting into that, so it's been really a lot of time at the rink the last few years, but it's been really fun.
You're now, as a squirt parent, now this is the throes of like the height of the craziness. Did you start to feel the craziness, the competitiveness of it, keeping score and all that stuff compared to mites?
Yeah, I say the way the crowd responds as soon as the scoreboard turns on is a little different than at the mite level. So people lose their minds a little bit.
So you're a shoulder surgeon, and how I know that is I'm one of your hundreds or thousands of patients. Where would I rank in the level of like bad patients, good patients, somewhere in the middle? I'm kind of curious. So I always wanted to know.
Yeah, you were pretty compliant, so we'll put you in the good category. So
I like that. I like being a good patient. On the more serious note, you've been doing this for a while as a surgeon at Summit Orthopedics. Talk to me about the day-to-day injuries that you treat on the shoulders, knees, the types of injuries. Are they kids? Are they athletes coming in? Or are they weekend warriors, a little bit like myself? Or who do you see on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, kind of a combination of those. So yeah, knee and shoulders, definitely my specialty, sports medicine. I mean, we take care of high school kids, college kids, so high-level athletes up to your weekend warriors, and then there's even, getting into kind of the senior citizen level even as well, just treating those injuries at the shoulder and knee level, so kind of all ages.
Well, I can report I had a great experience. The shoulder is doing great, and I couldn't have you guys to thank. I need to thank you guys about it. Last question. What would you say is like kind of the most rewarding parts of your job working for Summit Orthopedics?
With any patient, whether it's again at the kind of the competitive sports level or as patients get older and stuff too, but the really rewarding part is that day they come in, they've kind of finished their rehab, and they say, hey, Doc, I'm back doing everything I want to do. I'm golfing, or I'm playing football, or